Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where we are entering the tail end of a chill period and gaining a bunch of manpower. That's always nice. So that is great. We're probably going to want to, I don't know, we need to consider cutting down the Mughals, if at all possible. Like, the Mughals have a lot of soldiers, but no manpower. None at all. They must have just gotten out of a war where they spent all of their manpower. Yeah, they did just get out of this war with Delhi. Yeah, we actually do. We need to cut down the Mughals. Look at that. They took a ton. Okay. They're also enemies of the Ottomans. Imagine a universe where we manage to turn the Ottomans and the Mughals against each other. Yeah, I mean, the Ottomans are super upset at us, but... This could be interesting. I feel like the Ottomans aren't super scary right now. Russia actually has quite a bit that they could bring bring to bear on the Mughals. Unfortunately, they don't have a direct border with the Mughals. Do these guys? They do not give Russia military access right now. Now, Russia would probably want us to pay their debt if we were going to fight the Mughals. I don't want to curry favors. Russia. Yeah, so Russia's currently like 5K in debt. We can't afford to pay that off at this exact moment. I feel like that's okay. I mean, we could get the money to pay it off if we really wanted to. Okay, our colony over here is self-sustaining, and with that, I believe that is Russia. I believe that is Africa fully colonized. So we are going to, of course, continue to work out over this direction. And we're also going to continue to spam out the universities. That continues to be quite important, and you can see that there's actually not that many universities left to go. Neat. Very neat indeed. But the Mughals are definitely becoming a problem for us. Now, the Ottomans are allied with Bohemia, and that is difficult for us to deal with, but we can always fight Songhai and the Ottomans. That's not a problem. Not a problem at all. We're a little bit concerned right now about Miltech. Mughals are Miltech 24. That is definitely concerning. We have maxed quality ideas, though, so that will help us pretty dramatically against the Mughals. And what is the bonus for 24? They do have +2 combat width, which in these big battles is going to be a pretty big deal. And some military tactics. We should definitely not fight them until we have Miltech 24. To that end, Enlightenment is spreading in our territory very quickly, but it's going to be quite a long time yet before it spreads fully in any of our territories. And keep in mind, it spreads faster when we're at peace. So we definitely want to wait until we are at Miltech 24. For sure. Absolutely. And at that point, they might be Miltech 25. If they end up being Miltech 25 at that point, then we wait until Miltech 25. But we should absolutely be catching up with the Mughals now, since we can see that, I mean, nobody's embraced Enlightenment in 1701. Pretty sure, anyway. We should go into the proper institution map mode. Yeah. So, Mughals have not embraced Enlightenment. So, they're going to be taking a pretty big malice for the next Miltech. We gained an Imperialism CB, sure. We're not too concerned about that at this exact moment. Our primary concern right now is Mughals. Now, we don't technically have a border with them, but we want... Hang on. Okay. Just wanted to check. Yeah, so the Great Power Break Alliance isn't going to work. Okay, so Mughals are currently third. It feels like we should be able to beat them. We're gaining 1971 per month in terms of manpower. You can see here, they are replenishing their army, but they're not growing their manpower reserves yet. How are we doing on our force limit? We could get a lot more. Okay. Here's the idea for now. We're going to upgrade our armies from 2 divisions to 3. I want to see over here, yeah, supply limit needs to be like 46. It's going to be a little tough over here. It would work here. So we're going to go up to 3 divisions, and to that end, we're going to need, of course, to redo our template. And so this is going to be what, 32, 410? Yeah, that'll do for now. 32, 4, and 10. Excellent. And we'll recruit that in Padinka. We'll need to recruit it as well up over this way. I wish that it showed us the supply levels from that view, but it doesn't. So we'll have to find ourselves a location to do that. Maybe over here. No, those supply limits are spicy. Very spicy. The correct answer is we move this down to Borno, and we recruit in Manka. Okay. We're now short on manpower to get that done. That's okay. Fantastic. We're going to continue expanding our military like that for a little while. Economically, we're doing absolutely fine. No problems economically. Just going to build a few more of these various structures. Ooh, solid over here. Okay. And, of course, universities. There we go. A couple more of those. I want to get these maxed out, and wow, we're getting very close. Okay. Very, very close indeed. So, we're doing a pretty big recruitment drive right now, because we're going to need to match the Mughals in terms of military might. They're doing okay. We're doing better. We're going to keep doing better. We may even exceed our force limit. So, in terms of locations over here that we can recruit into, well, we don't need to know just yet. Our manpower is not high enough. We do have a trade range idea that we can get. That's great. And I did want to check into trade construction over here. Specifically, I wanted to build stock exchanges in potentially some locations over here. Like this one, and this one, and this one. For now, that'll do. Okay. We're probably going to want to increase our trade soon enough, but at this exact moment, I want universities. So that's fine. There's no reason not to build a university, in my opinion. And we're going to need 46,000 manpower to build the next division over here. And of course, we're going to need like 3 more total divisions. Our colony in Aru is now self-sustaining. That's great. You can see over here, Spain has started to colonize Papua New Guinea as well. Not great, but it'll be fine. We can continue to convert. And so we shall. Excellent. More universities. That is all. Let's check in on our estates. Clergy is still not super happy. And we'll boost that up a little bit soon enough. 50 admin power is absolutely great to get. We want to get that governing cap if we can. Speaking of which, can we make additional states? If we can, we should. And that is here. Let's see, that's abandoning states. We want to sort by status. Okay, so these are territories. So we're going to make every single one of these into a state. We can't do that because it's not a core. Hang on. Let's go ahead and... which one of these isn't a core? Whatever. This peninsula. It must not be fully colonized at this point, is all I can figure. So we're going to sort this again like so, and that's actually everything except for this peninsula. Where are you? Yeah, that's not fully colonized. So that's fine. All of these are now states. And we're going to continue to core those and bring down the autonomy. That'll be great. We do need an admin advisor. Okay. I missed that. Sure. That's definitely something that's necessary. Additional manufactories? Yes, actually. Additional great temples? Yes, actually. Additional workshops? Yes, actually. Cool. And of course, we would have spent the rest in universities, but that's fine. We almost have enough manpower to build another division. We converted Axum, and we'll convert Mocha next. Perfect. We do have some awkward Navy stuff going on, but that's fine. We'll organize a relief effort. We'll be back out of debt shortly, but we actually just took a loan. I did not intend to do that. That's for sure. We'll repay that loan basically immediately. I don't want to be in debt right now. Total debt of 1906, so we'll have that repaid 2238 after this month's tick. Done. Problem solved. No problem whatsoever there. Dang is the new leader. Such is life. Now that's a message. Okay, cool. So what do we got going on right now with Racids? We should definitely be annexing them. We'll annex them and pull back that diplomat. How many subjects do we have? Quite a lot, and none of them are really here. A lot of them need to be moved into Zimbabwe, Australia. So we've got Yas, and that's definitely someone that we want to work on improving relations with. And then Hassa, we can't start annexing them yet, can we? Actually, we can. Fascinating. So we're going to work on that. And these guys, we will start improving relations with as well, right away. And I think when we annex these guys over here... And actually, there is another one over here that we could go for. We could diplo-vassalize them. Cool. Yeah, there's options over here. We're going to pull these guys back for right now. And we're going to start working on these two. We can diplo-vassalize both of them, and that's absolutely something we want to do. I think when we annex these vassals, they're going to join Zimbabwe, Australia. That's actually a good thing for us, and that's exactly what we want. So we're going to immediately come over here. This is Portuguese Australia. We want to immediately offer them an alliance. And we want the same thing with these guys. There we go. So that's perfection. We're now allied with them. They would not accept a royal marriage. Fair enough. They don't have royalty. That would have an effect on the landscape. We are then going to immediately start working on improving relations with them. As soon as we can here. Another 30 days. It's pretty far away. Ottomans were building a spy network. I'm just flabbergasted that the Ottomans don't trust us. How could they? How could they not trust us? We're so trustworthy. So trustworthy. We're going to improve relations with both of these nations, and then we're going to make that into a core. Beautiful. We are going to continue to build great temples in locations where it makes sense, as well as additional workshops. We're actually good on workshops. Manufactories. Great. We're making ludicrous sums of money, and we're going to grab Miltech 24. That gives us our combat width increase. That is amazing. That does mean that we need to expand each of our divisions up to 48. We're going to start seeing some supply limit issues. There's no doubt about that. But that's okay. Let's increase each of these divisions. Oh, we just converted. Okay. We'll continue working on that. Let's increase each of these divisions up to 48, and we'll see who ends up taking attrition. So these guys over here as well. We are, of course, full combat width here. Increasing some costs. Sure. We don't actually care about the cost. 34 and 34. Beautiful. Lending libraries and book clubs. Good job, Flanders. Gaining a bunch of power. Always a good thing. Ooh, 50 admin power, too. Very nice. Okay, so we're seeing attrition here. Now, we could bump up the manpower here. I don't hate it. And that puts us at what supply limit? 46. And then development is currently plus 12. That puts it to 47. And, man, I was hoping we'd get there by now. There, 48. Okay, so this one's solved. Now, this over here is going to be tougher. Quite a lot tougher, in fact. Supply limit here is already 48. And that's because of the livestock production. Well, this is also gaining livestock. We could do a little development over here. That gets that up to 48. Cool. This one, on the other hand, is going to be tough. Lose 50 admin power. Okay, sure. Now, keep in mind, we could always build, not regimental camps for the land force limit, but we could always build training fields to give additional manpower. Our truce with Songhai is up. But we're just going to continue working on some economic structures at this point. We have ludicrous amounts of money that is being made at this moment. That's okay. Continue to spam out the universities. There's no reason not to. We did lose a general there. That's okay. We'll deal with that later. So, we could always build a supply depot. And that's what we're going to do for these for right now. It's not the most efficient, and actually we can just move these guys over here instead. It's not the most efficient, but it'll do. 2 base production in Matsolo. Cool. We do have enough right now to get another division up over here, and let's see where would be a good supply limit for that. We need 48. 48. I mean, there's 46 in Shendi. I guess that'll do. We're going to need to delete this, of course, and create yet another new template. 34, 4, and 10 for now. Okay. And, of course, we want to produce that template right here in Shendi. They're going to need to build a... they're going to need to build a supply depot there, but not the end of the world. Mughals, what are you guys at? 407. They've downsized their army a little bit, but they're still negative on manpower. Are they just taking attrition where they're standing? I don't know what they're doing. They might be. Okay. Anything else over here? No? No? Sounds good. So for now, we're going to continue to build universities. You can see we're almost done building universities. That's going incredibly well. And there's going to be a few more that pop in as some of these constructions finish. There's no doubt about that. But that's okay. We are gearing up here, and we are going to be attacking the Mughals. I really don't think we need 2 3-army divisions over here on Songhai's border. Yep, their army is 70k. I'd like to have these guys be stationed, like, up in Arabia. But what are the supply levels like over here? I mean, it's okay in Mocha. Actually, it's pretty okay over here in this very corner. Not awful. Cool. So that's fine. And I would love to continue to construct. We're running out of places to construct in, to be clear. We have built a lot of buildings. There's no doubt about that one. We're currently making about 400 gold per month, even with our massive expansion of our army. And I love it. It is absolutely glorious. And keep in mind, we've not really optimized our trade either. So there's that. Speaking of which, 28% over here. I do want to change our coastal, or rather our main trade port over here. We need 209 diplomatic power to do that. We're going to go ahead and convert CERT, and that will be just fine. So 209 diplomatic power, huh? Okay. Bohemia is the new emperor. Good job, Bohemia. I'm sure you'll do fine. I'm sure you'll not have to revoke any reforms. We'll build a supply depot over here. These guys are marching, so they're going to take attrition. Rather than building a supply depot... Where is that? Here, I think? Or no, the supply depot is in Borno. I'd kind of like to spread these guys out a little bit and have them be like down here. And then it would be ideal to have them in a central location up here. Actually, Pindinga would do. So we'll just do something like this. We'll have the 1 regiment, or rather the 1 3-division army over here to deal with Songhai. And then we're going to have the bulk of our forces up over here. This is going to be 3 3-division armies up in this area to respond to Ottomans and the Mughals. And then we'll have 1 3-division army down here just to defend all this and be able to respond up this way if we need additional reinforcements. I think that's the overall idea here. As far as additional constructions go, we can get a few of those going. Beautiful. We have integrated Racids. And honestly, we're just going to disband this unit. There we go. Perfect. So next up would, of course, be Yas. And to get them, we would absolutely need to improve relations with them. They are not very high on improved relations for right now. They're Tunisian separatists, and we'll send this army up to deal with them. Or rather, this army division. This is not a full army. This is only a 1/3 army. And we have 5 of those. We have insane troop counts. Can I just point that out? Absolutely bonkers. These guys up to Zabid, and then these guys would go to... Where is the other, like, 3rd location? We'd love to see a 50% supply limit increase, by the way. That would be amazing. I think we'll just sit here in Tajura and build a supply depot. It's not ideal, but it'll have to do. Colonial enthusiasm. Always great. And let's see about maxing out those universities, shall we? Well, first we've got a few grand temples to construct. Economy is always more important. There we go. And that is possibly all the temples. We're not 100% certain about that. But there we go. We're not going to pay 5,000 for a great project upgrade cost when we don't have any unmaxed great projects. So, actually, do we? That was in Losta. What rank is this? Ah, we can't do anything with this anyway because we're not Coptic. Okay, sounds good. We're going to gain 25 military power. Absolutely. And what are our bonuses again for Miltech 25? New artillery, artillery fire, and artillery shock. Okay, that's not actually that huge. It's okay. It's not amazing. Imperialism CPs? Sure. And we just need 2 more 48 size divisions. That'll be great. We can park in Angoche. That's absolutely fine. And there's probably like Warsheik. Oh yeah, this will be completely okay to park over here. No worries whatsoever there. So that is fantastic. We finally managed to convert the heretics of Confuta. Great. And next up, we'll go for Lagone. Cool. We have an available colonist. We should use that. This is Wasteland up here. Okay. So we'll head on over here. Cool. I definitely want to fight the Mughals. I feel like we need to crack into them. They're at war. This war is unlikely to be taxing for the Mughals. That said, they had no manpower to begin with. They're certainly going to be spending manpower on this. They're going to win that war, to be clear. But it might damage them a little bit, and we are very, very okay with that. We would be delighted to see the Mughals be weakened. We want to attack Hormuz, and to that end, we probably want to get a CB on them, although we do have Reconquest and Imperial CBs, so this is actually completely fine. Russia would not currently be willing to join, nor would either of these two. That's not shocking. Russia's reasoning is almost certainly going to be a financial one. Let's see here. Yes. Yes, Russia is simply in debt. 4,000 in debt. We could pay off their debt at basically any time, and that's probably exactly what we'll end up doing. We would love it if Russia would get actual borders with the Mughals, but I'm sure they'll be able to negotiate through one of these two. Hopefully, anyway. That would be for the best. It is, however, time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Next episode, we're going to get our last 2 divisions ready to go, and then I think we might pick a fight with the Mughals. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.